girlfriend was snoring. Eminem time.
And we're back with another episode of the Sweet Remedy Podcast with your boy Norb. How y'all doing?
It's your girl Mercedes. How y'all?
She got Nate.
And the lovely tech person,
Weezy.
Oh, and we got our negligent social media person in the building.
Don't put him on blast like that. Don't do him. Don't do him.
Young Rose. What's up, Blake?
Hey, Zell.
What's good?
So how's everybody's week?
Pretty good. Productive.
I don't know. It's another week.
How was your week, Weez?
Same as his.
I don't know. It was just a week.
How was your week?
I'm good. Just anxious and nervous about what God is delivering to your boy. 2K is lovely. Donald Trump is still the president. But election today is in 2 weeks. I couldn't even get it out.
Swishies?
But this lovely October, October 20th. We forgot to really kind of mention breast cancer at the top of the month.
Yeah.
We did.
We mentioned it. We really didn't say anything.
We didn't say nothing about
like, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you catch most of the sporting people wearing pink accessories. You see everybody walking around with the pink ribbons, either tattooed or you got the ribbons around their arm. In the words of everybody, protect the tatas.
Save the tatas.
Save the tatas.
So many of our loved ones suffer with breast cancer. It's
with what?
Breast cancer.
Breast cancer.
Brands.
Oh, okay.
Brands cancer, y'all.
BREAST.
Brands cancer, y'all.
Breast cancer.
But yeah, so
there are a lot of events that you can do to go support. They have runs you can do. They have breast cancer walks. They have so many events out there that you can be a part of to support breast cancer. And even if you can't support monetarily or you can't support some time, especially if you know that you have a family member out there that's struggling with that, reach out to them. It'll take a few minutes. Call, shoot them a text, let them know you praying for them, thinking about them. That support, that small amount of support goes a far way with those struggling. So make sure y'all reaching out, talking to, support, doing whatever you can, because that could easily be your mom, your grandma, your aunt, your sister, So we all want to do what we can to rally around them this month. And not only this month, but 365.
Yeah, and if you athlete, bro, don't think you just going along with the trend, bro. Really, if you feel like you should go put some pink on, go put it on, just because it brings awareness. That's all October is about. It's breast cancer awareness. And if you walking around with pink on, people are going to be like, why are you wearing pink? It's breast cancer awareness. That brings somebody's knowledge up just that bit, just by you wearing pink. Mm-hmm. But I don't know anybody that suffered from breast cancer. I know Divine.
I say Gates auntie.
But
yeah, my aunt did. She beat it. Hey, shout out to my aunt Jackie. She beat breast cancer. So I'm all the way here for that. So y'all make sure y'all go and support it. Even now the lady whose hair I cut, she's dealing with cancer. So y'all need to make sure that y'all go out there and support these people for real. Like, they just look for the smallest little bit of hope that they can cling on to, especially when they really going through it. And some of those women going through it are some of the strongest people I know. So y'all need to make sure y'all there for them. For real.
So there's no easy way to say this next part. But we talked about it on a previous show.
Yeah.
And it's big. I don't. It's
nasty. It's disgusting.
Unnatural. Child molestation is a huge. I don't know. I wouldn't say a huge epidemic now because it's always been around, but it's more out in the public now. Of course, because of the internet and the media outlets. But some of the stories that have been in headlines and gone across news feeds, it's getting ridiculous to the point where grown men are raping and molesting children that aren't even 1 year old yet. Not even able to say, "Mom, I need to go use the bathroom."
Right.
I really don't understand what it is in the world that really is driving. And it's mostly grown men. It's mostly grown men that are sitting around here actually going and having sexual like actions with these children, babies.
Yeah, I think, first of all, I think we need to discuss what age is an appropriate age for someone who's considered under 18. A lot of people consider under 18 you're still a child. Like if you're not 18 or older, you're still a child in most households, in most communities, in most families. So we need to talk about what age is too young for older men to be even talking to or dealing with, because we have to think about how in older times, or like way back when our grandparents and our parents was coming up, some of them, it was okay to have a big age gap. Like my great grandma, she said that, you know, she was 16 when she got married and her husband was about 30 years older than her. So we need to talk about what age. And now, obviously, anybody 15 years and younger, they should be automatically off limits.
I said she was at the age to consent.
Automatically off limits. So, I mean, 15 years and younger, because especially it hurts my heart when I read articles like the ones we have that have been surfacing this past week of, I mean, babies being molested. They can't. There is no way that baby is going to be able to give you sexual consent. I mean, come on, like, and what even about a baby
turns you the fuck on?
Turns like, you on
to do that.
To do that, right?
That shit is nasty as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That could easily be your newborn daughter, or somebody you know, newborn daughter, somebody real close to you, or son, because it happens to male babies too. But I mean, come on, that's not fair. And you taking something from them that they can't even, you taking something from them that they can't get back. And you're taking it before they even really get started in the world, before they put their foot out here and they really grow and learn to understand what's what.
The thing about it is that I think is being missed for the most part is, how the fuck are you bringing yourselves to be like, okay, yeah, this is what we're going to do to this little baby? Like, because the one story was of a 27 and a 29-year-old man and a 9-month-old.
Yeah.
I
think they said they was on drugs or some shit. I can't remember what the fuck was going on. But they recorded it. And they said that the mother like found it in the phone, like found the video in the phone and everything. And that's how she found out, because it happened a while ago. But she like just found out about it like this year. And it's like, wow,
that's sick. And that's what it's
like, yeah, like that shit is nasty.
I think if you're a parent out there, or if you're a
caregiver,
it makes it, I'm getting upset, but I need to roll back. But if if you think about it, most rapes that happen or most child molestation that happens from someone who is a close family friend or a relative. So if you're a parent out there with younger children, you have to be careful about who you are entrusting your child to. For real. Like, I understand that we all got busy lives. Some of us are parents, you know, there are parents out there who are busy trying to work, trying to provide for your child, and you're trusting someone to take care of your child. You have to be careful with that. I mean, honestly, you have to be careful with that, because you never know what that person is thinking, especially if it's not a person that you're around all the time 24/7. You never know what that person is thinking, and you entrusting your child to them. I'm just saying, that's where a lot of that trauma comes from, because it's literally close family, friends, and relatives, and that makes it even worse. Because then that person that's been molested or touched, or that kid, got to constantly come into contact with that person, family functions, whatever y'all doing, and it kind of is adding more salt to the wound, because you got to constantly keep seeing that person. And at a young age, it's already clear that most children don't know how to process things mentally in a mature way, besides acting out. You know what I'm saying? So I just say, y'all got to be careful. Especially these young girls with these grown men, especially if especially because a lot of people know, you know who doing drugs in your circle and who ain't. I mean, come on. Honestly, I'm not about to. I personally
we don't do no drugs.
I mean, I personally wouldn't leave my kid with somebody that is doing some of those hard drugs or drinks all the time. Like, you never know what their state of mind is, because they're not thinking clearly. I wouldn't leave my kid, especially I wouldn't even leave my daughter with no grown ass man that's not her father.
Be careful out here, man. Yeah. There's really not a conversation truly to have or to really develop. Hey, man, what's wrong? Why is this going on? It happens. All we can do is make everybody aware and make sure you guys take the proper steps to know who is around your children at all times, so that they don't experience that trauma that people are or have experienced.
It's hard that's something that's hard to recover from for those children. Y'all got to think about that. I mean, it's some people that go around their whole life and never get over it. And it's some people who can, get the help that they need to get through it. But then it's some people who it happened so long to them, and they never been able to properly heal themselves from that. So now they're angry adults out in the world who kind of don't know how to move on from that, and it keeps building up, and over time is like, they never properly heal.
But it could be a cycle sometimes.
Everything is always a cycle, and it's fucked up because life is a cycle. So it always happens, and it's gonna stay in there. But cycles are broken, but new cycles are created. So that's the whole thing of making it aware, because one wrench in that cycle can throw that whole shit off, and we as a people would hit a breakthrough. I don't know about everywhere in the world, but here, home based in USA, it's too much of it going on. And for it to be a new story once to 2 times a week throughout the year, it's really saying something about us here at home. So it starts with us. Like I said, just take the necessary steps to make sure you know who is around your children, and where your children are, and how, and just make sure they're safe. That's it. We live in a sick world now. Speaking of sick worlds, I listened to the Quavo album again.
You listen to who?
I listened to the Quavo album again.
Did you still not enjoy it?
No, I enjoyed it this time through.
You know
What you enjoy about it?
The beats was fire.
That's the only good thing about it.
I'm about to say besides that.
I mean, am I the only one that felt like when I heard the Quavo album, I thought like, yeah, he part of the Migos, but I thought he was gonna bring me a different sound.
No,
just try to defer from that Migos lane just a little bit, but it just end up sounding to me like, I mean, you might as well
he
have
was
had
missing something.
You might as well have had the other two on there. Like that's what it sounds like to me. Like
some people.
I'm thinking you gonna bring me something just a little bit fresher, or a little bit more creativity to separate yourself from the group. But you didn't do that. Like it sounds like a Migos album, but it's just missing two people. Like it's exactly what it sounds like.
Everybody scattered through.
I mean, I get you Amigos, but if you're trying to be Quavo Honcho in your own lane apart from the Migos, you need to differentiate yourself just a little bit. Like
that's the whole thing.
Create a new lane.
He let that Honcho shit get to him, and then he put it put like a whole bunch of pressure was just on him to bring
Honcho of the Migos. Like you might as well have brought your other two partners in there and made this a whole Migos project.
Bruh, I got through all 19 songs. Ronzel, did you listen to it? I turned it off at like song 3. Oh, you got through 3 and turned it off?
Yeah. And you know what?
We made it farther than
some of the songs, like, to me in the album, like a good number of the songs to me sound like he was hiding his voice behind the beat. Like he wasn't as confident about this album that he was doing alone as he should have been. Like, because if you even listen, like, because I thought I was tripping, like, I was like, maybe it's my headphones or something. But when I listened to it without the headphones in the car, especially because I like the song he did with Drake, but I wish he brought his. I do, but that's the first song I'm mentioning that song because that's the first song I heard it on.
That's the best song.
But I feel like they should. His voice should have been brought above the beat a bit. Like the beat was like his verse sounded like it was hard, and so did Drake's, but. It was kind of hard to hear exactly everything because their voice was so much up under the beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, but
it was trash as fuck.
I expected something different.
What?
It was trash as fuck. It was trash as fuck.
It was bad. It was bad.
I mean, I liked a couple of the songs, but I just feel like he should have just went on ahead and made that Amigos album.
No, but I like what they about to do though. I like what they about to do. I'm gonna drop my album. I'm dropping that album. That's gonna be over the course of the next year.
Yeah,
and then they
about to be lit.
And then Yachty gonna drop his shit.
Yachty dropping his shit. Them two, the other two gotta drop.
So
I want to see who had the best album out of the Migos.
Takeoff.
It's gonna be Takeoff.
It's gonna be
Takeoff.
Well, I don't know, man. Offset.
I'm about to say
Offset album gonna be.
I said Takeoff last week, but yeah, I think Offset is gonna be the best.
Yeah.
But no, Takeoff's still gonna be the best. Offset is just gonna be raw.
I don't know.
That nigga gonna have Cardi on that bitch too. You know they gonna definitely put a couple joints on that bitch.
Cardi definitely having Cardi on there as a feature, like definitely gonna catapult the album. I mean, it is. She got a strong. Why y'all laughing?
It
wouldn't catapult the album.
I mean, it kind of would though because
she's catapult. She's gonna get that bitch in the air.
No, it is though because Cardi fans like literally like Cardi fans are like support.
Yeah,
and Offset has gotten a lot of support from Cardi's fan base.
That's her man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's going to elevate the album because Cardi is. They already know Cardi
The
gonna be on
sales.
there.
So
Yeah, sales. That's what I
Offset wasn't popping
mean.
before Cardi, is what you saying?
You said what?
Offset wasn't popping before Cardi, is what you saying?
Offset was popping, but he was not popping on the level that Cardi B was popping. To me, honestly,
Chanel. Chanel.
I mean, honestly,
For real?
for
You
real,
think so?
in my opinion, yes, because I feel like
That nigga was in
Cardi
jail and was
B-
popping.
Cardi,
No, but I understand what she's saying,
Cardi
though,
B,
because-
Cardi B has had the better career so far. I mean, it's been popping for real. Her
She
shit
just
been.
got here.
She been.
Left.
No, but for real, even though she just got here, she didn't have the better career. She been doing TV. She been doing more appearances on television. She been doing a lot more than Offset has.
That's her lane. She came from TV. That was her.
I mean, I
lane.
know she came from TV, but she been doing more interviews than Offset.
They barely
She been
do
on
interviews.
more.
They don't-
She been on more things than Offset. She been doing more things.
But the Migos don't do interviews at
I'm
all.
about to say, who the fuck wants to talk to?
Them niggas don't even talk.
They did like,
I mean, but I'm
just saying, period. Who
I'm
wants to talk to
saying-
them?
I'm
Period.
saying though, but her career to me is better.
so they did like 2 mainstream interviews. Quavo did one by himself.
I mean,
Is it-
Nate, look to your left. Look on the ground, please.
even with their followers, I feel like she got a broader fan base. I feel like most of her fan base is just most of his fan base is like just Migos as a whole fans, but not like Offset by himself fans. For real.
Well, he came
That's
from
how I
a
feel.
group.
But exactly, but like
He's
Even
still
still-
actually in the group. So
his group is popping, but
He was popping when he
I
got out
think
of jail
Offset,
and he
I
dropped
think
his
Cardi
first day
B
out.
just kind
Offset
of
actually is the only one that actually
past him.
he was the first one to step away from the group and actually did a project by itself with Metro Boomin.
And
I'm
21,
saying
right?
21.
Oh, in 21.
Yeah, and it was
Fire.
nice.
Fire as fuck. And honestly, career wise, that nigga was in jail making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
When he got out for his
Just
first
because
day.
you on
yeah.
TV don't mean that my career is better than yours because I'm more her personality and because everybody wants to talk to her. That doesn't make her career better than what his is. His resume is long as shit.
Right, because his first day out individually
I'm-
shows what he could do
Okay.
without them niggas.
all right.
I'm just saying, like,
Okay, that's your opinion.
as far as better, popping, yeah, she is. She out there.
She's
one of
popping
Most definitely.
She's popping harder than Offset, but okay.
She is, but that doesn't make her career better.
Her career is she been doing a lot more stuff in the small amount of time that she even been out than Offset has been doing. She's been getting way more exposure than Offset.
You know what that means for her career then?
What does that mean for her career?
It's not gonna last that long.
So no, I got a great analogy.
Wow. Okay.
Steph Curry got 3 rings in 4 years. His career better than Bron's?
I'm gonna say it in this aspect because literally people will rather look at the amount of rings and the amount of wins you got than the longevity in a career. Cause they're automatically gonna say, yeah, but Steph Curry got more rings.
Did he have a better career than Bron?
I think that it's measured just a little bit differently in sports.
I'm
But I
talking
think-
cut and clean right now. I'm asking a question, cut and clean. Ain't no different factors. Steph Curry has won 3 rings in 4 years. His career right now is better than Bron's.
Yeah. He got 4 rings. He got 4 rings.
He has only 3 rings. He won 3 rings in
He
4
got-
years, but
I mean, because that's what people are gonna look at. How many wins you got? For real.
honestly, as
mean,
far as popularity, I can agree with you.
As far as popularity,
I can
when
agree
it
with you,
comes
but
to-
being a better career? No.
But you know I think LeBron is the better basketball player.
I'm not talking about Steph and Bron. I'm talking about. I just use that as an analogy.
But you know, like everybody's gonna say, "Oh yeah, well, such and such." LeBron is the GOAT. Don't get me wrong, but when they look at it and they come down to it and they look at the spreadsheet, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, LeBron a veteran in his game, but damn, Steph got this many rings. He got wins. He know how to get back to the championship." That's what they gonna look at, and they know how to win. That's what they gonna look at.
Eight, right?
That's what they gonna look at.
And
I mean, even when they was comparing Kobe.
But I've just used that as an analogy. We're not talking about them yet.
He been a top tier player since he came in the league. Talking about LeBron.
But I did definitely. Her popularity is far better than his. Yes, and her limelight is definitely better than Offset's. But career.
When they look at career,
when she put out some more music,
when they look at career, they not talking about you as a basketball player. Kinda, they looking at the wins. Okay, right now, Steph got more rings than LeBron. They're going to say,
amount.
Or do they have the same amount?
Yes.
Do they?
Yeah. They both got 3.
They do, for real?
Yes.
Well, I thought
Steph lost to LeBron in 2016. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
That's 3 in 4 years.
3. Oh yeah, because he did get one in Miami.
Who?
Didn't he get one?
Got 2 in Miami.
Yeah, 2 in Miami.
2 in Miami.
One here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but still, they gonna look at whoever got the most rings. Now I would say they were even because they both got 3 rings.
Their careers are even.
You kind of tripped me up when you said 4, but
their careers are even right now.
I would say because of the wins, they're gonna look at wins. They're gonna look at wins. They're not gonna look at who did what with what team because they didn't win. You didn't get a ring. So that's how they're gonna be.
So Offset got more achievements and more awards than Cardi, but she be on TV.
Are you sure about that?
Migos have hella awards.
Do they got more than Cardi?
Cardi's won what 2, 3 awards?
What has she won?
Has she even won an award besides maybe a BET joint?
Right.
I don't know. I gotta look at the stats. Let me think about that. I gotta look at the stats. Yeah.
Speaking of the NBA, though, it's back, baby. It's my second game as a Laker fan. Bitch. Yeah, baby. Second game as a Laker fan, but the NBA is back. I've actually watched 4 games. I watched the Boston and the
they play what, the 70s?
Phillies game. Yeah, Boston, Philly. I watched Bron in Portland. God damn it. I watched the Cavs and Raptors. Cavs and Raptors, and I watched the end of the Warriors Utah game yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. No, it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah. I'm kind of sorry because they won. Fuck them niggas. But yeah, I'm excited. The Cavs play the Lakers on November 21st. I will be on flash seats just to see if I can get a cheap.
Tickets expensive, bro. Nigga. Expensive.
I was gonna buy 2 tickets. Nigga, the nosebleeds is $200,
bruh.
I was like,
I'm
going to Bar Louie.
Shit, it's a couple that cost like thousands and shit.
Nigga,
like dead.
Bruh, I was like, okay. I went to go look at the sections the section we was in.
So
no go. $500. I was like, oh shit.
You gotta see. I think your best bet is to see what they cost in like the day of the game.
Yeah, that's what I said. Flash seats.
Just put some money aside and be like, who got a good ticket?
They gonna have your ass standing outside.
Scalper.
No,
like the day before the game.
Watch party and shit. Mm-hmm. They gonna have your ass standing outside.
Yeah, shut the fuck up now. I'll stay at home. Hey, Brian, you in Cleveland? I'll go downtown. Well, if it's on a Thursday, I'll go to B-Dubs. You gonna be here on the 21st?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here.
So,
So are you saying you want to watch the game at B-Dubs?
No, that's not what I was saying. I thought you was gonna be out the country, but I'm excited for this season. As much as nobody really is, because everybody feel like the Warriors are gonna win again. I don't really feel they're gonna win again.
This is actually gonna be a very unpredictable season.
Yeah, it's gonna be very because I feel like the Celtics are gonna really.
The Celtics gonna do some shit.
Oh my god, bro!
Them The Raptors gonna be something
Didn't they
nice
lose
too.
yesterday?
Huh?
Didn't they lose yesterday?
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be a predictable
Raptors.
season?
The claw. But hey, that nigga is raw as fuck.
I feel like it's gonna end up being the Warriors again.
I don't see it.
Honestly,
The West, I don't know. The West gonna
fight
be
for
lit
it. Then the motherfucker.
It's lit.
Because-
It's lit as fuck.
What?
yeah, I don't think LeBron gonna get it his first year out there in
I'm not even.
Los Angeles.
Honestly, I don't
think
even
he
expect them
I
niggas to
don't
make
think
it
he
that
gonna-
far in the playoffs.
I don't
for
think
real.
he's gonna be able to dominate the West this year. So it's gonna be Golden State, and whoever play Golden State, it's gonna be Golden State again.
I don't think
I
Golden
just
State is
feel
gonna make it
like
out.
I'm trying to think of what team.
If
I mean,
Golden State make it, it's gonna be them. And
the Celtics
in the
will get
finals.
them a run for their money,
That'd be
but
nice as fuck.
I just think it's gonna be Golden State
That'd
again.
be nice as fuck.
They might be their best matchup, honestly.
Them.
Celtics versus hell
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
In the finals.
That's the
Bro,
only
real talk,
team.
do not sleep on the fucking Raptors, bro.
Yeah, don't sleep on them.
Taking DeMar off and putting Kawhi in is a total different fucking bruh. They are like you like literally.
But the Raptors been kind of they've been a little inconsistent
What
to
has
me.
Kyle did in the playoffs?
They've been a little inconsistent.
That's because they ain't had Kawhi Leonard is a different motherfucker.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with Kyle?
Lowry,
Yes.
he actually played decent in the playoffs last year. It was DeMar who was fucking up.
I feel like
DeMar, I said DeMar.
I feel like the Raptors they get on a good stride, and then where they doing really well, and then they fuck up, and then they doing not so well, and then they flip it back. I think they have to work on being more consistent.
They fired their coach too, didn't they?
Yeah, he got hired by the Pistons.
Yep.
So now I don't even know who's their
So
head
I know
coach.
you're not about to start smacking in the microphone.
But like, so it's just like, honestly, I'm just excited, bro. Like, do you see my fucking Laker gear? Sweetest gay gift.
So I just said the same thing to him
Got the
about
Bron.
smacking in the microphone with these damn worms, and you just gonna do the same thing?
Is that? Why your car pulling up?
Why you smacking in the microphone?
But honestly, prediction: Lakers
They might make it to the Western
are
Conference
6
Finals.
seed at the best, bro. 6 seed for the Lakers. I think
I give
1
them
through
7.
You give them 7. So 1 through in my prediction, West Coast is definitely Warriors, Houston. I think the Jazz got the 3rd seed this year. Real talk. I got the Jazz is definitely,
My nigga
and
Donovan.
then 4th seed when Russ get back, the Thunder gonna pick the fuck up. 5th, Portland probably most likely middle of the road. I still got the Lakers at 6. I got the Spurs at 7, and I got the Nuggets following up at 8.
You think? No, they might make it. I was talking about the Spurs. They still got LA.
Yeah, they still got. They nice. They nice.
They lost Devontae Murray.
So,
That was their starting point guard, right?
was he start? Yeah, he was starting. I think they put what's the name at the 1, and I think they starting Patty right now, if I'm not mistaken. You don't think it's gonna last?
I don't know how many games they're gonna win with him.
So who you think gonna replace them in the West? What? I got the Nuggets at 8.
I can get the Pelicans.
Oh fuck! Okay, yeah. Bring the Lakers down to 7. Bring Portland down to 6, and put the Pelicans at 5. Honestly, that they have an unstoppable front court. Like Nikola Mirotic at the 3, you got Julius at the 4, and then you got AD at the 5.
Yeah, they long and they stack.
And then you got Jahlil Okafor coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm. And Alfred Payton.
Like, bro, they are like legit. I don't feel like the Timberwolves are going to do anything.
No.
I think they're going to win probably about 45 games, if that.
They got a chance, though.
Jimmy going to get traded, bro. Yeah. Or they going to keep him there all year and he not going to re-sign back. So all that's going to do is either fuck them up in the end or they're going to end up probably 10th or 11th seed after trading Jimmy off. But I think they're going to wait until like the middle of the season where you can't send them nowhere right now because you don't want him to negatively affect your chances.
Yeah.
Where do you think they went wrong, though?
What?
Timberwolves. Because Cat was a promising player. Andrew Wiggins ain't.
You have to. The thing is with the NBA is you got to pay the players how they were drafted. So because they were number 1 overall draft picks, they're in a different tax bracket. Jimmy got drafted 30 in the first round. Bro, you ain't getting money like them unless you're doing something spectacular. Jimmy carries bad teams to the playoffs and almost makes it to the finals in his respective conference. So I feel like, yes, he deserves the Supermax. Would I have given Andrew? No. Andrew, you ain't did shit. Only reason why you even got this money is because you was a first round overall draft pick. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be an interesting season. D-Wade, shout out to you. Last season, his farewell tour is going to be nice this year. I can't wait until I see some vintage Flash moments. But we're going to at least maybe a Cavs game or two. The tickets ain't as expensive as
I'm actually trying to go to one for you.
But so let's move on to Drake and Pusha T. Let's go ahead and get that out the way.
Get it out the way.
Get it out the way.
New development.
I'm tired of hearing about Pusha T, but go ahead.
Why are you tired of hearing about Pusha?
Cause I don't even like him. I don't even like his artistry. I don't like him.
Why?
I'm not feeling his music. Like I never have. Like
it's about drugs.
I mean,
because it's about drugs.
He just
what T.I. music.
He just don't have like a thing that makes me be like, oh, I need to listen. I'll listen to his stuff and then I'll just be like,
bars.
Yeah. Okay.
Bars. He do be having bars. But I feel you. I don't really be liking to listen to the nigga music anyway.
Like when I think about rappers to listen to, I never bring him up or pull him up. Like
he's old. He's a 40-year-old rapper.
Ooh.
But
I'm not here for it. But
niggas still make good music though.
Yeah.
Did you listen to that album?
Yeah, it is his delivery too.
The delivery, yeah. I don't like his delivery. That's why I don't like listening to him. It's boring. But what he be spitting be raw as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, but if you got good bars and no delivery, you kind of just wasted it. Like put the you gotta put
delivery.
The delivery is 50% of it. It is because I mean, if you got the words but you can't deliver it to make it appealing to the audience, then
it is.
It's appealing to his audience.
I'm about to say it's appealing to his audience.
Man,
his audience, but it's not to me.
But turns out, as y'all probably watch, LeBron's show on HBO, The Shop. They had Drake on there, and he was talking about the beef with him and Pusha and Kanye, and he actually opened up how he felt as though everything went down and explaining that he went out to Wyoming with them, did studio work, opened up to Kanye, had conversations, and he felt like everything that Pusha was saying, Kanye told him. Turns out his boy 40 was talking to a chick, right?
Yeah. It's the girl he be fucking and shit.
You still ain't listen to the podcast, nigga.
No.
Dumbass nigga, man.
No, I didn't listen to it. Because I know y'all listen to it, so y'all can talk about it.
Man, so pretty much pretty much what Drake was saying was when he was supposed to go out to Wyoming, 40 was there a day early.
Right.
And then he hit Drake up saying like, some weird shit going on, some funny shit going on or whatever.
He was recording an album.
Yeah.
Right.
So Drake still went out there anyway. Did his shit, was writing with Kanye and all this other shit.
Writing for Kanye.
With him, for him, same thing. But he left with nothing. He left with nothing but
a beat to the song that Kanye dropped for herself.
Yeah.
Right. What type of shit was that?
Bullshit over it.
Right.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Don't give me a beat and then drop a song on the same fucking beat. Like, what?
He was like, I leased it out to you, boy.
Like, did
Pretty
you just,
much.
what the fuck?
So then Push
And then with
on,
some shit I helped you write.
Yeah.
The fuck?
But Push come on Joe Budden Podcast and he said that the girl that 40 was fucking and be talking to for like 5-6 hours out of the day, he was telling her shit, how he frustrated with how he got frustrations with OVO and shit going on over there. And she ended up telling them, like telling Push, or I don't know if she told Kanye, but she told Push the shit.
Okay, pause. I need to break this down. Okay. Was the girl 40 talking to was sleeping with, whatever, is that his girlfriend or just a random?
Just she not a random. He talked to her like every day. Like, so it's like somebody he
5,
does.
6 hours.
So
he like confides in her
so
and shit.
5 or 6 hours.
Because I want to clean this
conversation.
up. I want to clean this
That's
up a
a
little
lot.
bit. That's not 40 being messy. Now the way
He
Push
pillow
is trying to
No. You don't do that.
No. It's a difference because it's depending on the relationship with this girl. Like, if we in it and we heavy and we rocking, I should be able to express myself to you without you to an extent, right?
To an extent, I'm not about to tell
without you going back and telling everybody. That's a these hoes unloyal situation. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But if it was just a random girl and you just talking shit,
I'm not gonna pillow talk about my niggas and shit like that.
Especially with stuff he hasn't even brought to the world.
If you upset, I mean, yeah,
like, that's
true.
his business.
I'm about to
That's
say,
The
that's
baby
a lot of
shit shouldn't have even been. The baby shit shouldn't even been. Brought
Everything
up.
Pusha said shouldn't have been said.
I mean, a lot of you're right, but I'm talking about like 40 talking to the girl. Like, the baby shit shouldn't even have been brought up because that's not even your situation. But when it comes to the business stuff that he
His
directly
transgressions
involved
against
in,
OVO.
like, that's his personal story. Like, he allowed to express how he feel about that shit to somebody else that he dealing with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The baby should have been left out of it.
Well, that's what
But
I'm
that's what I'm trying to figure out, the level
Right.
of the relationship with the girl, because the girl went back and was being messy and she was unloyal.
It was never said. It was just
like Pusha was like,
Now, because the way it been seeming is 40 just was talking shit to Pusha. No, that you gotta
40 was
because it's a whole different. It's a whole different level of betrayal if 40 is going directly back to Pusha and being like, "This is what's happening."
but like that's
It's a whole different thing.
But that's just like, either way, 40. I understand you giving your transgressions about OVO. I understand that. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm allowed to be frustrated about my job.
To talk to you and to talk to your girl about it. But bringing in shit that is between me and you and shit that don't have shit to do with you, that's the shit that we're saying, like, no,
What
bro,
you mean? Me and you, I'm
like,
directly affected with me and you.
But
not with his child.
I mean, not the child situation, but
that's
he
what
said
we're
that
talking about, though.
No, but
the
he
child.
said it's separate, though. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm talking about the shit that doesn't have to do with 40, and the shit directly between him and Drake. That don't always have to be. But the shit that's going on directly between him and Drake, he's allowed to talk about it and express it. That's something that's directly affecting him. He's allowed to talk about that. Just like if I got something going on between you and me and I'm upset about it and I'm just real frustrated and I'm trying to work it out in my head, I'm gonna go talk to my friend Fallon and have her help me work it out. Because I may be missing your point. I might be misunderstanding you. It might be something going on and she'll come to me back and be like, bitch, no, you tripping.
or no, he tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably the type of thing that he was probably talking to her about.
But it's different
but
between
she went
when
and
you
being
and Fallon are
messy.
having a problem and you coming back to me and I run to somebody else to tell them. That's the situation.
But I've had issues between me and my friends, and I'll talk to you about it.
But that's why I'm saying, if I was to run back to and tell that business to somebody that don't even need to hear that, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying about the girl.
Yeah, like I'm the girl in the situation. I'm the fucked up one.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So we on the same page.
But I'm just saying, some of that shit don't always need to. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, every transgression between, even though, yes, it directly affects you. Some of that shit don't need to be said.
But why, when I'm supposed to feel, because he probably felt like secure or safe enough to talk about her, talk to her. Why do I have to filter myself or have myself? Well, he should have himself on guard because he, the industry he in. Exactly. But no telling how long he been rocking with this girl. If I've been rocking with you as long as I've been rocking with you and you do some shit like that, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. If you going back and telling everybody my business like that, you know what I'm saying? That's a different situation. That's what I'm saying. Like, the breakdown in that has to be discussed.
40 was still wrong.
To an extent.
Either way, whether it was to an extent or not, he was wrong.
He was wrong bringing up Drake Child. That's hands down. He was wrong. He shouldn't even been talking to her about that. That's not her business. But the personal stuff that was going on between Drake and 40, he was directly affected by that. So he's allowed to talk about that and express himself. I mean, and if anybody, and she was dead wrong for even going back and carrying the shit. Like, I hope he not fucking with her no more, because I'd have been like, bitch.
Well, don't nobody know what really
changed
going
a lot
on with her. Nobody's heard anything.
Yeah, but
she said.
But you just said she was the middleman. So everything that 40
nobody's
said,
heard anything directly from her. Is what I'm saying.
I'm actually curious.
I want to hear something from her.
I want her to make a statement or something.
Oh, she's not gonna say Jack.
I'm pretty sure one of them made her sign the NDA.
Because Drake bitch, fans gonna be at her neck.
Like Push said, when Drake see this shit, he gonna know who the girl is and everything.
Yeah,
he probably already know who the girl is.
Yeah.
He probably already know.
That's if he seen the
interview.
Man, he seen that shit.
I know he saw it. Somebody came back and been like, "Oh, look at this," and I'm pretty sure Drake had to have addressed 40 at some point.
45 minutes of the episode.
You know what I'm saying? And then because you could tell 40 didn't have a malicious feeling about it, because if he did, when he was out there in Wyoming, when they was recording and the fishy shit was going on, he wouldn't even have said nothing to Drake if he was in on it. You know what I'm saying? That was unintentional as fuck. He made a mistake. You know?
That doesn't excuse it. It's still wrong.
I mean, it's still, half of it is still wrong, yes. But again, that's in fame, you can't even trust people for real.
Not at all. That's
why you don't pillow talk.
Right.
You can't trust people.
That shit.
But it's depending on we don't know how long he been dealing with this girl, how long she been around. That could have been somebody from before they got famous or something. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
But maybe 40 and old girl had took the next step in their relationship where they actually wanted to,
maybe they was together,
be
who knows,
intimate and share their thoughts about their personal life.
And if that's the case, she shouldn't be telling none of their business to anybody.
So is she somebody you would take a next step with in a relationship?
Fuck no.
Obviously not.
I'm just saying.
But that brings us to our main topic today, you guys. Taking that next step. Like, do you know when to take that leap of faith? Like, do you?
Do you?
Yeah, you do.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Do you?
It's funny when you think about taking the next step in the relationship and actually, oh shit, I'm at that point where I want to be your boyfriend. Like it's like that giddy feeling.
Yeah.
And it's just like a lot of people get scared of that moment. because it's just like, well, how do I know if this person is worth this next step?
I mean, you know, some people see it when they start doing shit different, start changing their lifestyle, or not even their lifestyle, but just certain things that they do. They see it with that stuff, or even just the way that they feel about the person. I guess, you know, like shit might elevate, or you know, just something spectacular with them might happen. You never know, for real.
I think you start recognizing the amount of effort they putting in too.
Yeah.
For real.
You notice the small things that you ain't never noticed before.
And then you
have 6 smiles.
And then I think you
start
look
to
at
understand those corny love songs on the radio.
You're aggravating. I think then like you compare those things to the qualities that you look for in a partner, I think, and you look and see how they match up with what you're expecting from a partner against the effort that they putting in and the things and stuff that they're displaying. I think that's what makes you say like, okay, I could probably be safe, jump over to the next step with them, you know. So what are some things y'all look for in a potential mate, like a girlfriend, a future wife? You know, what are some things that y'all are looking for?
That ass.
Well, obviously,
that ass.
You can't say that because I ain't got no butt.
Hey, that video though, she was like,
want some fuck?
No, not even that one. You seen the? It was a video where they were talking about how they met, and she was like, "What?" like that ass. This ass.
That ass.
That
ass is bad.
That ass. This ass.
But no, I know. Wife, you know, I need somebody that. I always going through like growing up. I always wanted that my wife to be, you know, that person that's, you know, not my catch-all, but like at the end of the day, bow right here. Always like I ain't gotta worry about nothing. I ain't gotta worry about. I can just sit here and be in serenity. Like last week when I was telling everybody on the show, like I find marriage to be glamorous because when you married and you bond and you make that connection, I feel like it's a different zone when it's just y'all two and y'all connected. It's just like it's this bow and y'all just in a time, like a time lock. It's just it's serenity. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you don't have to go home and the thoughts and the feelings you've been experiencing all day or having all day, you can let that out. You can talk, regardless if they don't want to hear it or not. You you can say it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's my main thing. Like, I always knew my wife was gonna be that person I could run and talk to, or I could just express like shit that I got going on in here. As you can see, it's big. Like,
Lord have mercy.
like for real, that was my main thing when I growing up. Like, yo.
Yeah, me, I look for, personality. Somebody I could talk to about anything for real. Like dope ass vibe around being around that person. Of course, being able to have fun with them. Like you said, like having that serenity.
You're a boring person. How the fuck you gonna have fun? No, I'm just fucking with you.
I went skydiving last weekend. No.
Bullshit.
Say, nigga, you scared of heights?
But no, like somebody that'll give me peace, and I can give them the same kind of peace that they give me, and whatnot. Like, I want to be able to get what I can give and give what I can get when I'm in a situation like that.
I like that. You?
Me?
The main thing.
The main thing that I want in a relationship is understanding, I think. And like you said, being able to express myself, and somebody who can really catch me when I'm not on. Like, you know, when I'm like got a lot on my head, I can't like get myself together, or I'm like going through something, somebody who could kind of keep me steady until I get myself together, you know?
Wayne,
Don't look at me.
you know I'm gonna ask you, nigga.
You're a part of this too. Spit it out.
I don't know.
You know.
I don't.
You a lie.
I don't.
You know.
I'm still looking for that.
So you don't know, like, you don't have an inkling of what quality you would want in a girl?
It changes.
You don't want her to be a nice girl. You don't want her to be...
I appreciate
you
your
don't
realness
want to be
for
able
that.
to talk to her, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious
normal stuff.
Yeah, that's normal stuff. But I mean, what y'all already expressed. Other than that, I don't. It's constantly changing with me.
Okay.
I like that, bro.
Which is probably why I'm single as fuck right now. Can't stand all that.
Because y'all being choosy. Because you being choosy.
I ain't be choosy. They choose me.
Hey,
Player.
you the prize. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad told me that.
Yeah.
last week.
We the
Hell
prize.
yeah, man.
Air fist. Boop.
They want a trophy.
Boy, bye.
But Ronzel, I know you only 18 or everything, but like, do you look for a certain quality when you actually?
We know they can be non-basic. What else?
Yeah, that was the perfect way. You gotta be human. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, like materialistic females. And plus I'm 18, like you said, I'm young, so the qualities I'm looking for in girls, some girls that y'all age don't have. Like, they looking at social media, like they begging, like that's their outlook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that.
Right.
It's like, even though I just started college and I'm just not mature, losing Ashley over the summer made me like mature a lot quicker than I thought I was going to.
Right.
It's like I don't even mess with my social media like I used to. So
No, you don't.
yeah.
Not at all.
No, but I just know that I don't want her, want a girl in the social media life. That's why I broke up with my last girlfriend. Well, we broke up. And she was in the social
No, you got rid of that bitch. Say.
Cancel that bitch like me.
You aggravating.
I'll buy another.
And then other than that, just like recently, I told my dad yesterday, I was like, I've been dealing with depression for a long time. And
Right.
It took me a long time to fess up to it. But I need somebody that's going to actually be like, okay, well, I can help you with that, even though you may not want to open up and have this weakness shown,
Mhm.
and be vulnerable. I want somebody that's going to be able to comfort me when I'm vulnerable instead of, taking advantage of my vulnerability. You feel me?
That's my little brother. Yo. But like, and this is coming from an 18-year-old young man. Like, when you going in, you can't go into a relationship and not know, hey, well, I gotta be cautious of this, or I gotta know if this person is that person for me to take that next step. And that's in almost every relationship. But right now, we're just talking about the intimate ones and actually getting to know and getting to that end goal of marriage. Because honestly, what else end goal there is when it comes to being a partner with somebody when you want to actually. So it's just like what is do y'all have a certain point, or do y'all have a certain, I know you can't really oh yeah, if they do this is when that's gonna tell me for the next step, but do y'all know when to take the next step?
I would say I kind of knew, I say in your instance, I didn't know before, but in your instance, when I was talking to you, I knew I was like, dang, I need to step it up or whatever. The second time you cut me, you cut me off because
Go ahead.
the second time you cut me off when we was talking, because I was like, I was kind of it is what it is. I wasn't really into it the way that I should have been. And I realized like you was really trying to work it out, and you was really trying to like make it happen and grow. So I was like, oh, let me go ahead and start playing. And then like when I got with you, and like even though like we go through problems or whatever the case may be, the fact that you're willing to work on it makes me want to work on it with you and go further. That's the point. That's the point for me, that I know that we'll have longevity in it, because it's not like, even when we having issues or we having problems, and even if we can't solve it right then and there or whatever, you still keep trying to work on things that you know that you're not perfect with, just as well as me. So that's my one thing that's like, all right, yeah, I see a future. That's my one thing.
And I'm not gonna put your business out there, bro. But I know. Well, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
We ain't even gotta say her name, none of that. But when did you know that you knew you needed to make a next step with y'all relationship?
Honestly, I don't want to say when we broke up. Probably we was broken up.
You sure? Because I don't even be feeling like y'all breakups is breakups.
I mean, we still broken up, but it's like I realized.
Are y'all really?
Yeah, we are. We really are. But like
they lying. Don't believe them.
That's when I realized it though, like a couple months ago, and it was just like something different that made me want to like try harder than before, like to try and get it back and everything, because I knew I wanted that for life. So I think like it was just like some moment like then that just like told me like I gotta try to get what I really want and shit. So I think it's really that for real.
I still don't even believe y'all not even broken up, but whatever. But so are y'all gonna get back together? What y'all gonna do?
Well,
do you still do you still see a future with her, or?
Of course I do. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen right now, but I'm just.
So are you making steps to work y'all way back? Are y'all making steps to work y'all way back together?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why.
That's all we need to know. So y'all not broken up, but it's okay.
Okay. I'm still single out here.
Lies.
No.
Don't let him lie to you. Okay.
Nate.
She roll up at your house.
But here's the thing, though, and this is where the disconnect happens, because you know that's my favorite word to say, the disconnect. Here's where both parties have to see the longevity.
Yeah.
And a lot of relationships end up one-sided or drawn out because both parties have to see the end goal. If you guys aren't sitting down and actually saying, yo, when it comes that bad point in time, if you're not actually saying, yo, I want you to be my wife, I want you to be my husband, if that person is not reciprocating that feeling, those words and actions, then what's the point of trying to force it and control the relationship to go that long distance?
Right.
That's just like a baseball player getting up to bat and hitting a home and hitting the ball and then running literally underneath the ball to catch it so he can throw it over the home run wall. Like, why are you trying to control something that can't be controlled?
I think that in a relationship, even when you go into it, I think that y'all both need to set an expectation with each other. Like, that conversation needs to be had. Like, what are you looking for? Like, I mean, what are we going to be dating for? Are you dating just to date because you don't want to be lonely? Or are you dating because you want to find your life mate and you potentially want to get married in the future? That needs to be a conversation that need to be had. Like, I think that some people...
When, though? Like, I'd be scared to fuck off in 2 months into a relationship.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's when you talk about your future goals. Like, it don't have to be nothing serious. It don't have to be. And I think that's where some people get run off, because it don't have to be, this is where I see you right now. Like, this is where I see us going. No, because y'all still getting to know each other. But what do you want out of a relationship? What do you want out of a relationship? You know, because what he wants out of a relationship and what somebody else that he trying to talk to out of a relationship could be 100% different. She may want to just to date and have no plans on getting married. He may want to get married, have children, have a future. If that don't mix, it's going to be hard to change the other person's mind. So I think y'all should set that expectation up front, because I know me, I'm not putting in all this work and dating you this long to be dating just to date.
Okay, so I have a question. Well, let's be a question for all three of y'all, but okay. Say y'all do have the same expectations as getting married. What happens when the other person's expectations change and they don't want to get married anymore?
No, what was you about to say?
I was going to say, along the lines of what she said, but everybody goes into a relationship expecting happiness. And if you don't take the time to figure out somebody's happiness, you're not figuring out nobody's expectations.
Man, that's my little brother, y'all.
Yeah, but
like, if you love someone or truly feel like you could potentially love someone, your first step isn't to, learn what the hell y'all want to do in the future. It's what the hell do you like right now. Because, like Weedy said, he changed. You gonna change. That's just what time do. As time changed, the weather changed. You gonna change. Your body changed. Your mental change. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not figuring out what they like at the moment, you're not gonna figure out what they like, because after 3 months, y'all together, she like what you like.
Right.
Or he like what you like.
But I think, to like Wayne's question, I think like when you have that expectation up front, like, okay, yeah, we both want to get married in the future. But then I think at some point when that other person's, whoever it may be, if your perspective changes and that's something that the other person still want, but you don't feel that way anymore, you're like, I don't want to get married. Why? Then I think that's a conversation that you need to have with that person, and y'all need to be open and honest, because here it is, and then this is where the feeling of hurt come along, and misrepresenting yourself, or because y'all lose the same page, and then it's like a breakdown in communication, because this person is operating off, you said that you wanted this future, and you at some point you changed your mind, but you did not communicate that to this person. So you're in turn leading them on, because they're thinking they're putting in all this time and effort to think that they're going to get something that you both previously discussed, and they have no clue that they're not going to get that anymore.
But the other person has
to
realize, where did they go wrong with pleasing their happiness?
But
as long as a person is happy.
But then again,
it's not even about happiness.
You can't even do that.
It's not even about that, because you can still be happy with a person and not want to get married.
But the thing is, it's not about where you went wrong all the time. Mm-hmm. It's most of the time it's not even that other person. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just as I develop a new ideal, as I go on along, my expectations for myself and for my life, they have changed.
Yeah. It's about their personal growth and development.
It's not about what the other person did wrong, because you didn't do anything wrong for me to grow. You're doing things right for me to grow. So now that goes back to our first point. You have to discuss that shit. Yeah. Because if that changes and you're saying you're not doing anything wrong, I'm just growing as a person, and I don't think that's going to be what our end goal is anymore.
Right. Because I feel like you have to be upfront about that, because if you change your mind and then you don't tell that person, then you take away their right to decide if this is something that they still want to do, and and then that's where that feeling of like, where people get really like malicious and hurtful in relationships too, because they were expecting something, they feel let down, they think that they're like, damn, I invested so much time, now maybe I'm feeling used, now I'm feeling, led on, I'm feeling hurt because the same expectation wasn't there and you failed to communicate with me. So I think communication is one of the things that's absolutely key in a relationship. If you come to a point where you say, hey, this person want a big family and they want kids, and at first you thought you wanted kids, and then now you like, I don't think kids is for me. Like, you might have had an encounter and it might not have been something the other person did. You might have been at your homeboy house one day and seen him with his 5 kids and was like, oh no, fuck this shit, this not for me, this for the birds, I'm not about to be dealing with all of this. That it could have changed just that quick, and then you don't even come home and communicate or come back and communicate to that other person, so that person want a kid, you don't, like,
I'm still shooting the club up though.
And then y'all both discuss where y'all go from there. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all about communication in that point.
But the thing that gets me is like the actual process of going through, like getting that actual tenure of the relationship built up, because naturally everything comes out, the skeletons and everything, and a lot of people like to ask the question, how many people you had sex with, or how many past boyfriends you had, how many past girlfriends you had. You still talk to your baby mama.
But so that's the point of, are you still connected to old flame?
I don't really feel.
And is that a hindrance in a relationship?
I don't feel like that's a big thing though.
It is.
To a certain point, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, because I don't want to see you
but
buddied up with your ex. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still being best friends, talking every day and stuff like that. Y'all could have just stayed together if y'all was gonna do all of that.
But my thing is, if I have an actual friendship with that person or relationship with that person, how can you judge how can you tell me I can't have that relationship anymore? Because that's what we have. Yes, we've gone past the point where we're intimate, physically, but we're still friends. Why? I don't understand why I'm
not saying that y'all can't be cool. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying y'all can't be cool, but it's a level of respect and you need to scale back. Y'all don't need to be buddy talking every day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see each other, what's up, every now and again or whatever, but y'all don't need to be hanging out every day. Y'all don't need to be talking every day. You supposed to be talking to me now. We supposed to be best friends. Scale back.
You can't have 2 best friends?
Not if you didn't sleep with them. No.
What?
No, because then that's easy. Where that's and that open up that opens up room for temptation. No.
Wow.
No.
Then there is trust.
It's not even, and sometimes it's not even about. Sometimes it's not even about trust with your partner, but sometimes you may not trust the other person either. You don't know them from a can of paint, and they end goal. Because some people, when they break up, like, it's not always a case where they both mutually understand that they don't need to be together. Sometimes it's a case where one person broke up with the other person, the other person still want to be with that person.
Would that stop you from taking that next step with your partner if they would still have somewhat of a relationship with their ex?
It's dependent, because if you don't respect my opinion on it or my stance on it, and you still doing what you want to do, and you not taking into consideration my feeling, then yeah, that's a problem for me. It's a problem for me, because I wouldn't want to do something to you that would make you feel uncomfortable in a situation or in a relationship at all. I'm still cool with my ex, but I don't text him every day. If I see him out in the street, I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Baby, shoot the shit for a couple minutes and then keep it pushing.
Shoot the shit.
Out of respect for you, I'm not about to be going over his house hanging out. He not about to come over to the crib hanging out,
That's-
and we not about to be out.
That is
We not
totally.
no, but
Raymond pretty cool.
No, I mean, but no, we not about to be
don't
talking
care.
every day
Hang on,
either.
watch
Like,
this
I'm
shit.
not about to be chopping it up every day with him, because you would feel some type of way if I was chopping it up with him every day and then barely coming over to talk to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or
That's what makes it different.
Yeah.
no, but I'm just saying, like, it's
you-
certain
If you giving
levels
him
there.
more attention than what you giving me,
Right.
then I'ma question that shit.
But it could easily happen.
Me texting my best friend 3 to 4 times a week. Hey, that's not nothing bad. But just because I can confide in a woman, or you can confide in a man. That's just like if I would have gotten into the relationship with you, Mercedes, and you actually had a male best friend, I wouldn't be telling you, stop talking to that motherfucker. Like, come on.
If I knew if something more was going on, like if we slept together before or something like that, no, I'm not about to be up here having them all in the mix like that. No, because then with your best friend, and here's another thing with that: when you with exes, when you trying to be best friends with your exes and stuff, because your best friends is people you could talk about anything with. Don't be talking about me to your ex. That's what we are not gonna do. Don't talk about me to your ex. Like, we not about to converse this, because a lot of the times, again, they could be hating,
That's respect,
and
though.
they intentions
That's
may
it.
not be pure.
But I'm just saying, like that
No.
that comes with respect. So if you're with a man or you with a woman and they're
No.
not respecting you to not say your business to a past lover, then yeah, okay.
Right.
But now if you're in that situation where you have someone where, okay, well, I was intimate with her and she was actually, she had my heart. We still have a relationship together. Now, if he or she is running back to that person saying, "Yeah, this bitch or this nigga," that's different. Yes.
No, if y'all ain't got no kids and y'all don't have to be friends like that or keep in constant communication, no, scale that back. That's just my opinion on it. Scale that back. Yeah, I'm just saying. Scale it back. If y'all don't have no kids, if y'all don't have no kids and y'all don't have no reason to, no, scale that back some, because that's gonna create too much tension. And not saying that y'all can't be.
Why
ever
would that
be
create
friends or
tension
ever
if you
talk.
can understand what the relationship is?
If y'all slept together before, no. Scale it back.
What's the difference?
Scale it back.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like,
Because it's more believable for me that it's still on a friend's basis if y'all never took it there romantically. But if y'all been together romantically, no, scale it back.
but what?
Sex is sex.
Because like you said, what?
Sex is sex.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Yes, it
Sex
was.
sex may be sex to you, but it might not have been just sex to her.
Yeah, it was.
You don't know that.
She got her and then I got mine.
You don't know that.
Cool.
Maybe she didn't get hers, but I got mine.
Y'all are
That's
aggravating.
another option.
I'm just saying it's best just to keep it's
Juice.
it's best just to keep past lovers at a distance, at arm's length. To me, it's best just to keep them out here, back far, but right there.
Y'all got any pet? Y'all got? I don't really.
Let me
I
go.
can count all the women I had sex with on two hands. So I
Don't ask me that question.
Listen,
I'm just saying. No, I'm not about that.
I think that's a dangerous
I'm talking
question.
about. Do y'all like still have relationships with?
That's a
women y'all had sex with?
dangerous question.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them.
None of them. That's the crazy part. And it's just like the other women besides this one, like, it's just like it ended bad. So I've never had that relationship where I can be like, oh, okay, well, we're not gonna work out, but we can still be friends. I've already been physically intimate with them. It's never worked out in my favor that way. Like, so that truly explains why they never really lasted long term, because we could never be friends anyway, because a lot of the things we were talking about, we just talked about because we liked one another and we were trying to become that relationship, but it never got there because of the different views you have and the expectations I had and the end goal I always see. I don't date just to date, regardless. That's why I'm in the first relationship of my life, and that's why when people say like last week, new relationships is built on okay, I'm gonna fuck you and then maybe I'll get to know you later. Like my whole thing is with dating and get to knowing like the traditional order, bro. I still rock with it, like dating, getting to know, dating, and then boyfriend, girlfriend, and then
you forgot the step.
But back to
what is that?
Y'all become friends first, then y'all.
Getting to know.
No, that's
friends.
No.
Well,
it's friends and then get to know, or is get to know friends?
Yes.
Get to know friends.
Sometimes it don't even happen like
I'm
that.
already
like
your friend anyway.
Becoming y'all kind of become friends as y'all getting to know each other.
We're just acquaintances.
Because some people like when I'm attracted to you, I'm not trying to be friend zoned. Like we need to be talking and working on this. Like I'm not trying to be.
That don't mean you gotta be friends. Friends is just another step. That's what y'all foundation is built upon. That's why some of my relationships failed because I failed to become friends with that person and get to know that person on a better level.
Yeah, no.
So I think friendship, like y'all I wouldn't say becoming best friends because that's kind of what your boyfriend, your girlfriend is, but that friend step is what y'all build your relationship upon because that's really when y'all get to know each other and y'all find out what y'all expectation is.
I think that comes as y'all get to know each other.
It's the foundation.
I think that comes because if I'm like, ooh, if I'm attracted to him and I'm trying to get with him, I'm not trying to be friends. No, we can be
Right.
no, but I'm just saying like not strictly friends, like friendship. Like we're getting to know each other, we still dating, we still, trying to work together, like work on a relationship. It's depending on where you are with that step. Some people you gotta hold out on and see what they talking about. You don't always got to give up the panty drawers or give up the boxer drawers before the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all can still date, go out, have fun, talk, laugh. I think y'all become friends as y'all get to know each other and, y'all start liking each other, but don't just friend zone me and I'm trying to get with you. No.
That's why I said it's just another step. Being friends is just another step.
Yeah. You would know when you're getting friends on.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, know it.
Okay. I just wanted to clear that.
Yeah, you know. You do know. Oh, I love you like a brother. Oh.
Let me smash.
Ooh.
You want to fuck?
Want some fuck?
Want some fuck? But no, but like it's funny sometimes because we sit there and we have these ideals on what we want to do. Like when we see that person, like it's always like that Chris Brown moment.
So you had a perfect relationship in your head and shit.
Excuse me, like you want to talk to him and you want to get to know him all right there and everything. Like, bitch, I'm your friend already and I don't even know you yet. Like, and like a lot of people don't talk about that phase they go through when they first are getting to know people, because that's why I say, if you're getting to know somebody, you're creating that friendship. Like, and that's why I agree with the whole dating while I'm getting to know you and being your friend, because I want to go out to dinner. I want to go in intimate settings so I can see how we work with each other.
Yeah, because you need to be able to see if y'all could work romantically as well as on a friend basis.
Oh, fuck that shit.
It's all about the future and that. I feel like that phase is key though. Like you can't just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just jump into it. A lot of people jump into it. And that's why I noticed it in college. Never seen so many relationships.
Yeah.
Or
you do know the
situationships.
Yeah, true.
Because it ain't never sex in college.
Hey, real talk though, going to Walsh.
Yeah.
Those were relationships, bro. Like these people are still together today. Like that's what made me reconfirm my feeling of marriage is glamorous as fuck. Like Kyle Barkhurst, you remember him?
Yeah.
Him and his wife of 3 years now have been together for 10 years. Mm-hmm. Like they've been together since 8th grade. So that means that friendship was already steady building, because when you actually want to get to know somebody, you're going to be around them every day anyway. Yeah. You're gonna already talk to them, so you're already creating that friendship at the first second of you getting to know them. So it's not even, oh yeah, I'm just trying to get in your pants. Yes, of course people have ulterior motives, but if you're not stating that up front, and you ain't got no mouthpiece like that, nigga, you are somebody's friend for at least 3 months. Because that's what people, you're no matter what, even the most heartless nigga, you're gonna feel something for that person. You're gonna. Go ahead.
I kind of want to scale back to what you said before about the date and the marriage, the engagement, all that stuff, the children. Does order matter? Like, does that matter to y'all? The order in which the relationship progresses, does that matter?
My situation,
no, I don't.
You already got it.
I don't really care about the order because I'm starting off. I'm starting off right.
You said what?
I don't really care about the actual order itself, because if I found you and you're my end goal and you're my end game, we're already going to be friends in the beginning anyway. Yeah. Now it turns out to be we become friends, and then a year into the relationship, we move in together. 3 years into a relationship, we have a baby, and then right after you drop baby, you get out the hospital. I'm down on one knee. I'm married.
So you don't care about.
I don't really care about it, because then again, once you found that person you want to be with for the rest of the life, it doesn't really make a difference how it goes.
Right.
Because every day is gonna be like, shit, I'm already married anyway. Only thing that's missing is the license. Mm-hmm. That's it. But that's how.
Go ahead. I think you take a marriage a little too lightly. Marriage is on a different level, bro.
No, I'm not taking it lightly. I'm just giving the overview of it when you think about it, like constant, like my idea of it. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care when I make that bond. Yes, of course. Mm-hmm. But if it's 2 years or 20 years, if I know I'm going to be with you forever, the order of what we do or how long it takes, I don't really give a fuck. Mm-hmm. I don't. And this is not for me to say like, yo, Mercedes, if we going to be together 35 fucking years before I decide to marry you. But I'm just saying, like, then so be it.
No. Hell no, you ain't getting 35 years without putting a ring on it.
I'm gonna give you a promise on that. On the 20 year.
You said what?
Our 20th year boyfriend and girlfriend will be like, hey babe, I'm ready to take that next step.
You're not gonna be with me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're not gonna be with me. Huh? That'll probably be the next girl. Waiting that long.
Good to know.
You waiting 20 years to get a promise ring.
What is the right time to propose? Like, what do you think? Like,
when you ready?
I'm about to say that's something for Jalen to answer, bro. I mean, really
it's depending on your expectation.
I don't think he can answer it, because, of course, I'm not fucking married, so I wouldn't know. But I think it's just like how you say when you take the first step. I think it's just a feeling. Yeah. I mean, it's a feeling. You know, all right, this is who I want to marry. But right. I think y'all get to a certain like level where, all right, I know. I wouldn't say like, you know, financially and stuff like that, and you always don't have to be financially sound too, but y'all just in a space where you know, all right, we can actually we can do this.
Yeah, and it's like based off of what the other person expect. like it's the and then it's kind of based off what the other person expect. Like if y'all dating, like some people that know what they want, like I'm not about to invest a decade in nobody.
Why not?
And we not married by then. Like, you know what I'm saying? No. I could, no, because it's taking you 10 long years to figure out. No, I don't think so.
Me and such and such we was friends for 3 years.
Not doing
that. In a relationship for almost 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
A 3-year relationship is cool, but when we start getting to like 4, then it's 5, then it's, and then you halfway there. I mean,
we got 6 years together, all together, and it's like that talk comes up, but it's nothing that it's nothing we rushing. like we wanted to happen when we were young, but we don't.
I like how modern day relationships are built though. I do though.
I'm not about to be sitting up here with your old ass 10, 15, 20 years.
I like how the progressions of the relationships and everything. You know, you always see the vintage, high school sweetheart. I'm a fucking popsicle from.
Sliding
But how long
DMs,
do
like,
those marriages last? Because I mean, there are the special few that go the distance, but more likely or not, majority of those marriages end in divorce.
Well, me and such got 6 years, like I said.
So
we not even married yet.
I
feel like it might last forever.
I don't know. But how long have y'all been together consistently without breaking up?
Doesn't matter.
It kind of does.
Think so?
It kind of does.
I mean, people take breaks in marriages.
No, but that's true. But to me, it kind of set a tone like of consistency in a relationship, because you don't want to get married to a person and always be on a break or be separated or.
Well, it's not.
I mean, y'all probably be tired of. Y'all not gonna be all buddy and cheery the whole time, but like.
No marriage is gonna be buddy and buddy cheery.
I mean,
marriage is gonna be perfect.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, I just think that it says something about the consistency of the relationship if y'all keep breaking up all the time, like, because it's basically like because like breaking up is kind of like
it's hard to move.
Sometimes it's like when you break up, it's like a quit thing. It's not like it's like you. I mean, sometimes y'all expect to get back together, but y'all just doing your own thing and taking your time. It's kind of different from a break. But when you get in a marriage, you can't do what you always done, and I think that sets a pattern.
Yeah, but that's stuff that you talk about within your marriage. Like, okay, if we gonna try to get this space from each other, it's gonna be some rules to it and everything, or like even when like you talk to them about having that kind of space and shit. It's probably only to better the marriage. Like, you don't want to just be in somebody's face 24/7.
I mean,
like, you want your own space.
True.
Every now and then.
But I just think that's just having a healthy relationship balance. Like, to me, that's just called having a healthy balance. We ain't taking no break and we ain't separating to get me time. We could get me time.
You don't necessarily gotta take a
house.
break or separate. Just talk about it. I need some space. I'm about to, go here.
Communicate that is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Every relationship is built differently too. So
Yeah.
True. That's true.
Some people being in somebody's face all day. I said some people actually like being in other people's face all day. Like,
I like being in people's space.
I do too, but I also like my own space every now and then.
I love my space.
Me too.
Love it.
About to start a new account. No, man.
Can't do without it.
You say something about breaking up.
What? Why you looking like that? Why you so quiet?
Fuck that.
Fuck what?
Shit. When have you ever heard me complain about get out my space? I need my space. I don't really give a fuck about that shit.
You know what?
Well,
but you used to be like that. Yeah, when we first started talking, you used to be like that.
That's because I was getting good at 2K, so I really wanted.
I would come sit next to your ass. I just want a little bit of affection. I'm over here. I'm just sitting here
Mercedes, you would come sit next to me while I'm playing the game and wrap your arms around my arms. So
I'll be just trying to get. No, for real. I was just trying to get. No.
Wait, pass me the ball.
No. We were even when we were sitting there watching TV and we wasn't playing the game, like. I'll be just even trying to sit close to you or something like that, and you'll be, why you all on me? Get on me.
I honestly just want to say that is the most annoying shit ever.
What?
Do not lay next to me, and I'm laying next to you and talking about giving me affection. Like, that shit drive me nuts, man. I just be wanting to.
But no,
the people's elbow on her.
No, but being in the same room is not the same as giving affection sometimes.
But
like sometimes you just want to be on the person, like, you know what I'm saying, or be like just just show some affection, some
Don't fucking touch me.
touching. Like,
what the fuck?
I mean, I wouldn't even try to be all over him. I could literally sit next to him, not even like arm to arm, but sit next to him. It's a chair over there. That's exactly. Like we could be watching TV. I could come in the room. I could come to sit down next to him. He'll be like, "It's a chair over there. You don't have to be all over here." Like, dang, I just came all the way over here. I ain't even seen you all. No, for real, I ain't seen you all week. I'm just trying to. I can't even get a hug first. It's a chair over there. You can sit your ass over there. Like, damn.
But I said that probably like once or twice.
No, you used to do that to me all the time.
You don't better be keeping that oven on.
All the time.
Be hot as fuck in the basement.
No. Cause even now, like, it could be hot as shit in the room, and I'll be hot as fuck, and you'll still be like, come here. Like, now it's like the tables then turn.
Don't
like,
tell nobody what happens in our bedroom.
It's a chair over there.
Yeah, that's exactly how he hit me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's exactly how he hit me. I couldn't even
Shit, funny
believe.
as fuck.
I couldn't even believe. And I think I went home. That night. He was like, you want to stay? I was like, no. I'm just going to go home.
Over there.
I slept so
He hit me
peaceful.
with that shirt. I was mad about it the whole time.
I remember when I said it too.
I was
That shit
upset about it the whole
Bruh,
time.
I remember the.
I was so mad. I wanted to cuss him out
Right, you know
so
what that
bad.
Don't
make me sit a raggedy ass chair.
I gave him. Can you imagine the
That's the
dirty
name of
ass
the
look I
episode.
gave him?
What?
That's the name of that episode.
It's a chair over there.
It's a chair over there. For real. Can you imagine though? I gave him the dirtiest look. I just couldn't even believe. Like, I ain't seen you all week. You asked, could I come over here? But then when I get here, it's a chair over there. What the fuck type shit was that? Like, I was like, what? I was like, okay, all right.
Blooded. But no, man. Like, that was actually very fucking funny. I'm sorry. I forgot I even said that shit. I wasn't
didn't
playing the
forget
game or
that
nothing.
shit.
I remember the day perfectly. I just got off of work, called her over there, and like I really did genuinely want her there and spend the night. It's just I didn't want you sitting right there, like
Like, literally, I literally came in the room and sat next to him. I'm like, oh, it's space in the bed. Like, but then what had killed me though? What had killed me was before when I came over and I sat down in the chair. He was like, why you all the way over there? What? Like, you giving me whiplash. Like, you either want me over there or you don't.
I wanted that body on me that day.
Like, I was confused. Like, then when I started coming in and being petty and just sitting in the chair, he was getting upset, and I was just like,
That's because you was being a dickhead. But no
you
reason.
deserved it. You deserved it. You deserved it.
Girls got their moods. You know, we not allowed to have our moods sometimes, yo.
Nope.
That's what they would say. We not allowed to have our
No.
No,
Damn,
it
I wish
wasn't
you was
even.
here for that episode.
It wasn't even about a move. If he could have said like, no, I ain't. He could have did it a little bit differently. But he used to be all.
It's true. We can't never be mad at no female.
I'm not mad at me. What did I do? He allowed to be mad. He entitled to his own feelings.
Then y'all be mad
I'm
at
not
us.
perfect.
Then y'all be mad at us for being mad at
Norbert
y'all.
Carter.
I'm not perfect. But my only thing with him when he get mad is he try to act like he not mad, or he try to act like he ain't got no attitude. Like, dude, I know you have attitude. I know something is wrong. But you be sitting up here acting like he don't got one. Like, yeah, you do. Like, that's okay. All right.
I'll be
I just kind of I'm gonna go off on a rant, but let's move forward with this.
If I say ain't nothing wrong with me, ain't shit wrong with me.
Lies. Lies.
God damn.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that's a lie. I'm sorry. You just not telling the truth. Because if you walking around stumping around the house and slamming shit and stuff, you deep breathing all the time, I'm like, what is wrong with you, man? Come on, spit it out. Spit it out.
But
I'm
honestly,
just saying, spit it out, dog.
the next step is always taken in a relationship by the parties communicating effectively. And if you ain't got communication, you ain't got trust in your relationship,
Right.
then the next steps don't even fucking matter because you haven't taken the steps necessary to be in that relationship in the first place. Nope.
Right.
So my final thought on it is just make sure when y'all do have that person that you do want to make that long-term goal and long-term commitment with, make sure you have you have the respect and trust and that communication instilled in that relationship. It ain't even about friendship. It's about your morals as a person. Mm-hmm. So just make sure those 3 things are your foundation, and everything will be easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
What's your final thought?
My final thought is, in the words of a very famous woman, if you like it, put a ring on it. But
Beyonce.
it takes steps to do that. Don't just I like her, I gotta marry her. You know, love at first sight, it does exist, but it still takes steps to get
man.
that.
I saw Mary and was like, damn, bitch, you fine as fuck.
Mary J.
My love at first sight played the fuck out of me. But that's another episode.
Oh shit, yeah. God damn.
Oh, I feel a topic rolling in my head, but okay. My final thought on next steps in relationships is, I think that set yourself up for success. If you're getting to know somebody and they're showing you who they really are, like Maya Angelou said, believe them, please. You can't, don't go into these relationships thinking that you could change somebody, because you can't.
Especially, man.
Because the change, even if they do make a change, it may not happen in the favor that you wanted. So I think y'all need to be open, honest, upfront with each other.
You can turn a housewife into a hoe.
Believe what that person is giving to you, because that's what you're going to have to work with their whole life.
Your wife better be yo.
Yeah, all right.
What happened?
I'm ignoring these niggas right now. Go ahead, finish your thought, baby.
What they say?
Nothing.
I need everything.
Right.
Fuck you, man.
Oh, they trying to get you in trouble?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
In trouble with who?
Go ahead. He did that to himself. We had nothing to do with that.
Nope.
Y'all motherfuckers better laugh with me.
I'm laughing because you're stupid.
Why? I said y'all laughing with me, right?
No.
Oh, y'all laughing at me?
Yes.
Because I said in trouble with who?
Look at her face.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
But
anywho, but yeah, so that's basically where I'm at with it. And when you get married, just sign up for the key to staying married so long, as I've been told by older people, just don't break up. Work it out.
Or sign up for therapy.
Fuck
Yeah,
therapy.
true. Y'all might need help with y'all communication style, for real.
Nigga ain't no therapist about to sit in here and tell me you gotta communicate better. Bitch, I know.
You gotta treat her.
But they can give you the tools to communicate better. That's the whole point.
Do you tell her you love her?
Now y'all
why does your therapist sound
now
like that?
y'all doing the black community
Professor
thing.
Real
Y'all don't
nigga.
need to go to a therapist. Yes, you do. Therapy
go
is
ahead, that shit
not
in the
bad.
I was joking.
That's a good step.
Is my therapist.
No, but for real though, therapy is good though.
Did you want to say something, Zell?
Yeah.
You want to talk on the mic?
Here.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. You sure? Okay.
Swag on it, that's all.
But
Oh my God.
you know what? You know what's so funny though, guys? That is the end of episode 14 of the Sweet Remedy
Dang, it's episode 14
15.
already?
podcast.
15?
This is 14.
It's 15.
Y'all motherfuckers suck.
Nah, I was just trying to see if I could throw you off. It is 14.
No, it's 14, nigga. What?
13 already? Dang.
Now, back to what I was saying.
Mhm.
That's the end of the episode 14 of the Sweet Remedy podcast with your boy Nord
It's your girl Mercedes.
Shit, guy Nate.
and Weezer.
With
And we're out.
okay.